and that is the other Crustle. So those are some of the Crustles I'm looking for. I don't know if I looked at this one, 12. And again, this is going to be a very long form video. There will be a little bit of maybe editing in this video, but for the most part, it's kind of what I do. So normally I just do this like while I'm doing it by myself, but I'm just kind of documenting because a buyer POV was kind of asked at one point, and I figured this was the best opportunity to do that. So this card, I don't think I looked this one up yet. Wow, there are quite a few reverse hollowings for this card. So it is the commons selling for $2.35, free shipping, $1.15. Oh, this might be one of the more affordable ones. Okay, that's looking pretty good there. So like I'm okay with that. If it's like $1.15 free shipping, I'm pretty good with that. So, but I'm just have to get pretty lucky with that one. Oh, this one's not too bad. 99 cents. No, that's about $2. That's about $2 free shipping. If I can get one a little bit under $2 free shipping, that's not too bad. Let's see, there are more of these cards down here. 115 free shipping. Ooh, that one might be good too. I might be right there. Ooh, this card might be a more affordable one, so definitely might look into this one for sure to pick up as well. Okay. Oh, 115. Not bad. But that looks like a scan picture, like a kind of default picture. I'm not really huge into that. Not saying the scan pictures are bad, but some of them look like default pictures. Kind of like a picture from the camera with someone taking it, just for me personally. So, okay. The 2021. So this guy was the 123. 5% off. Okay, that's very interesting. Near mint. Look at that. Ooh, man. I guess that is near mint. I don't know if that's just... I mean, to me, that looks a little bit more like LP, but that's just me. So, better condition, eBay. Okay. Just curious with their feedback, just because that looks more LP to me, but that's okay. I will look up to see if they're... Oh, come on. Crustle. Looks like it's the only one they're selling, so that's okay. Let's see. So 8 neutral, 1 negative. Oh, very interesting there. Okay. We'll see how they are kind of within. So 2 neutral. Okay. I mean, so far, recently, it looks like it's okay. It's packaged well. Maybe there was just like a learning experience. I do look at those just to make sure. And I will say I have bought from a seller that had negative feedback. Kind of took the gamble on that. I think that was a Suicune V that I bought from my friend. Took the gamble on that one, so I was like, why not? Look, there's 4. So they look like they do a high volume, so that it's bound to happen, but there are quite a few neutrals. Good price. A. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Overall satisfied. Items. Okay. Just curious what the negative is. Or 2 copies. Reach out to buyer. Okay, so this is just kind of like refuses spawn, the formal apology. So it just happens at the cost of doing business. So okay, it's not too bad actually, but the conditioning of this card is not exactly what I'm looking for near mint. Just when there's a little bit of discrepancy there. I mean, I'll remember this card, but I'm not exactly sure if I'll swing on it, so that's for sure. This one's for $1.15. The conditioning of this card looks a bit better. I don't know, maybe it was the lighting of the last card, but the conditioning of this one looks a little bit better. This is a different seller. And this is from... what's it? Wow, this card was in Evolving Skies? I actually did not know that. Nice, okay. Near mint, ungraded. So-so. Okay. Very interesting. Crustle, let me just look that up. As I'm just very curious if they have another Crustle. No, okay, that's fine. Visit store. And feedback. So 2 negatives. Very interesting there. Looks like it was in the past. So about maybe within the last year. I don't know, within the last 6 months it was 1 negative. So overall seems pretty positive though. Item purchased. Past year exactly as described. Buy from again. You know, one thing I noticed is people do say like would buy from again. And I don't know how often people do actually buy from certain sellers again. You guys can let me know in this video if people do actually buy again. But I've noticed that people don't really buy again, so that's just something I noted. And honestly, the seller's not too bad. So this is the Crustle Reverse Hollow from Evo Skies. This seller's not bad. I might think about that one. So this is 120. This card is in actually pretty decent condition as well. Maybe it's the lighting, but like for the most part, this one's in really good condition too. For it being a near mint card, if that first one was lightly played, I kind of would have understood that, and it was a little bit lower. Then I've been like, okay, yeah, sure, but maybe it was the lighting. I don't know. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt of it was the lighting. So, okay, very basic kind of description there. Let me see if they have another Crustle card. Nope, just this one. All right, so we'll go into the feedback. Just okay, it's pretty good. There's certain discrepancies, but for the most part, they seem to be okay in terms of a seller. Pictures are nice. I have no clue what that is. It's supposed to be a Blastoise, but it's a Bidoof card, so I don't know. Maybe that is something. But for the most part, like the seller's not too bad. It looks like they've sold a lower amount. So it looks like they're starting selling not that long ago, maybe a year ago, just because like the numbers are not super high. So they look kind of like mine. So a lot of their feedback probably came from them as a buyer buying product off eBay, and the sellers gave them feedback. So that's good to know. But that's not too bad. This one's not too bad either. I may lean more towards this Crustle just because the seller seems to be not too bad, and the card seems to be not too bad either. Like the conditioning's not like, it's pretty good actually. Like I think it looks pretty good. So this is definitely a really good candidate for the Crustle card. I just want to make sure I added this to my watch list. Okay, yeah, this is a really good candidate for the card. And I think I may swing with this one. We'll see in the future if I swing with that one. But overall, I think I found my 2 candidates, and I kind of go back and forth in the meantime. This one I was trying to find a reverse hollow for, but if I get the common, I get the common. I think this one I might get the common, because this one I may get the reverse hollow, because there was a deal for both of them, a common and a reverse hollow. That was actually a pretty decent price, so I thought it was worthwhile maybe getting. So we will go up here and we will look up that one. Maybe I can find that deal that I watch listed yesterday, because I believe it was this one. Yes, it was this one. And this seller was pretty good. And I did message the seller in terms of combined shipping, because as you will see, they do have another Crustle card. And they have 4. So I was planning to maybe get this one and this one together and then do combined shipping. So it's a little bit cheaper for the seller and the buyer, me, for shipping for both these cards. So I was definitely thinking about swinging on those 2, because it would be $269 at the end of the day, not including sales tax. So that wouldn't be too bad for the price of the cards from what I'm thinking. And I don't mind not having this one in a reverse hollow. I would imagine maybe this one as a reverse hollow will be a more expensive. And It's in lightly play condition, but like honestly, maybe there's a little chipping there, but like it's not bad at all. It's actually pretty good. I actually don't know if I looked up this card. Maybe I did yesterday, but that is one of the listings that I'm kind of leaning more towards. Unless there's a reverse hollow that's like really jumping out to me. But I mean, for the deal of the card, like the common versus the reverse hollow, I actually would kind of just go for the common. I know the reverse hollow is 20 more cents, but then I have to pay the extra shipping on top of that card. And it's kind of like, not really. I don't really need the reverse hollow that bad. I mean, if I run into it again one day, that would be pretty cool. But if I get the common, that's okay too. As long as I have the card for the master set, I'm okay. So I'm probably leaning more towards that, like this one, and doing like the combined shipping there. So I think that finishes that one. And Noble Victories, I think we looked at that one. This guy I really want. I know this is going to be the most expensive Crustle, so I may have to swing on the more expensive Crustle for that one. I really didn't want to spend too much on the Crustles, but it looks like my budget of $8 is going to go out the window just because the cards are so hard to find. So I might have to raise up my budget to like $20, and we'll see from there. Maybe as I start buying the cards, we'll see if I go over, under budget. It's really hard to tell because you don't really know the sales tax amount, and that's kind of the hidden cost of all of this, because you can do shipping and the listing price, but the sales tax sometimes can depend on cards. I would say probably for me, I'd add an extra $1 or $2 just for sales tax. So kind of like in the grand scheme of things, the cards will turn out to be more expensive, because if I'm paying like $269 for those two cards combined shipped, it might be another $1, so I end up paying like $369 for the two cards. So I just kind of have to account sales tax with these cards, but it is what it is. So if I could get a decent copy at a relatively good price, we'll see. But also in this video, I wanted to know, I may break up this long video into separate parts, so I will probably maybe write that in the beginning of this video, so it will be more transparent that like there are random cutoffs in certain points of the video. It might just be way too long, so I might just break it up in maybe 20-minute segments if this video goes for like 40, 50, 60 minutes. I'm not exactly sure how long this video is going for right now, so